Dutch judges throw out Britain's attempts to secure post-Brexit rights across EU. The Amsterdam Appeals Court ruling prevents the British expats from taking their bid to secure independent EU citizenship after Brexit to the European Court of Justice. Judges said their case was unacceptable at this moment. The case was brought by individuals and groups Brexpats, and the Commercial Anglo Dutch Society, who said the Dutch state must respect their EU rights after Brexit. The 5 expats, some of whom have lived in the Netherlands for decades, argued they should be allowed to keep their rights and freedoms as an EU citizen, free movement and residence, after Brexit. However, judges agreed with the Dutch government, which had said the Britain's case was inadmissible and groundless at a hearing in April. On Tuesday, judges rejected the Britons the chance to take their case to the ECJ, saying the issues raised were not concrete enough and far too vague. Despite denying them the opportunity to have their case heard in the EU's Luxembourg court, the Dutch court did rule that the position of British expats living in the EU after Brexit should be decided by the ECJ. One of the Britons, Stephen Huyten, accused the Dutch judges of leaving the 1.2 million UK citizens resident across EU member states in a state of uncertainty. He said, "This case has always been about seeking clarification. Not only for the 46,000 Britons living in the Netherlands, but also for the 1.2 million living in other EU countries. Given today's judgment, much uncertainty remains." The group's lawyer, Christian Albertine Thijm, said it was positive that the court said the issue of British rights should be handled by the EU's top courts in Luxembourg. He said, "It is now confirmed in 2 instances that only the ECJ can determine what Brexit means for my clients. I urge all courts in the EU to bring these issues to the ECJ as soon as possible." Britons in the EU are entitled to legal certainty about their citizenship rights upon which they have to build their lives. Influential MEP and chair of the European Parliament's Brexit steering group, Guy Verhofstadt, on Tuesday, said he was unhappy with the treatment of Britons hoping to remain on the continent after Brexit. He has focused much of his own Brexit conquest on citizens' rights, campaigning for both EU and UK residents to have their positions confirmed as soon as possible. Speaking in Vienna, Mr. Verhofstadt said, "I am far from happy concerning the treatment of UK citizens in the EU 27. Most member states have not yet started the process and many have not yet determined the procedures. We will remain very vigilant on this issue. As we will also on the so-called movement question, ensuring the UK citizens in the EU 27 can still exercise their right to free movement within the Union after Brexit." The former Belgian Prime Minister has been working alongside the British Home Office to ensure registration systems for EU citizens hoping to stay in the UK are in place before Brexit.